Hello, 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 hello. Welcome back to a Prog Reborn. My name is M. Kosler. Go ahead and get out of this iCam here. Double check. Unlike yesterday, we did switch to the right scene. Excellent, excellent. Like I said, hello once again. My name is M. Kosler. This is a Prog Reborn, a progression journey through Final Fantasy XIV. Yesterday, I was gonna say stuck to the MSQ, but that's not true. We did what I think is probably gonna be the most likely way that we play through MSQ related events through here. We did all that we could on side quests in the areas that we were in. So in this point it was Buscarin's druthers, as we were searching for the Elder of the Sylphs. Cleaned up quite a bit of the hunting log for most of our classes. Got 2 of them up to level 30, the Gladiator and Conjurer, and still working on getting the rest up to 30 before we take our detour to finish off our job quests. And we're on our way. We just found Tetirune, who left something in Buscarin's druthers. This is MSQ, but wasting time MSQ type stuff. Today we're going to continue along with that. Continue along doing our side quest clearing, hunting log clearing, just the usual. If you like what I'm doing with this series, don't forget to give a like to the video, whether you are watching live, lurking, watching the VOD. Really help me out if you give a like to that video, to the live stream or the VOD. And if you want to stay on top of when I go streaming, because right now I don't really have a great schedule, hit that subscribe button, and that'll keep you on top of things. One last thing, bit of preamble before I go and move on. This is a replay through the MSQ, not a first time reaction through MSQ. So I will be pointing out things as my main character is current with patch 6.5. I will be pointing out different things that might be interesting with foreknowledge that they reference throughout this playthrough. So if you have any sort of sensitivity to spoilers, this is your warning here. With all that preamble out of the way, let's go ahead and head on back to Tetirune. I could clean out some of the quests here. I know Like Cats and Dogs is a minion quest, or a quest that has a minion reward, and I'm pretty sure those weren't added until later. So I'm gonna skip doing that. And I think if we go to a place like this, where we're pretty significantly ahead of the level, then I'm just gonna wait till 50 to come and clean it back up. Here we need to find some curl pups. Let me pick up this quest over here. Let's see. Can I accept this quest without being in the Fate? No. So Kill this stupid crab. I'm not having to talk over some music here. Slide whistle. Going toe to toe. Gonna need a little bit more before I can get another Radiant Aegis. Should be fine with this, these festers. Alright, cool. Gets that out of the way. Alright, hottest of box lunches. Gigiroon of Mimiroon's trading post has deliveries that need to be made. Gigiroon has good goods. Good goods need delivery, but Gigiroon busy. Too busy. Have hot box lunch. Gigiroon hot box lunch. Lunch for Tanga Tonga. Tanga Tonga in Thalios? You take for Gigiroon? I don't know where Thalios is. Guess it's just right next to me. Another bait. Leave me be. I'm too hungry to continue my research, let alone receive visitors. Light and fluffy Lanosian toast. 2 boiled wildfowl eggs. A poached apkalu egg. A cup of turtle egg soup. Veritable egg lover's dream. I was about to say, that's a lot of eggs. This is a Kikiran hotbox lunch from Mimiroon's trading post. How did you... Thank you, friend. Last I'll be able to hear myself think over the growling of my stomach. I was so eager to come study the fossils, I never gave any thought to how I'd take my meals. I've neither the time nor the materials to cook on my own, so the trading post has been a godsend. I'm always happy to be on the receiving end of a nice hot box lunch. Excavating fossils. I know it's no easy thing to make your way out to where I am. I could use someone like you around here. How would you like to aid in my excavation? I do what I can on my own, but I need someone to brave the more dangerous places, such as atop the bones themselves. Set out in my place and see what fossils there are to be found. If possible, I would prefer a variety of specimens. Yeah, can you do my job for me? Yeah, thanks. Appreciate it. Guessing these Pikmin are part of the Twin Adder. Alright, that's 28 for Arcanist, so let's switch over to Archer. Yeah, they are part of the Twin Adder. That is not what I wanted to hit. Alrighty. Top of the bones themselves, like up here. See this one over there. Not sure how I get there. this. Maybe like this. Here. Fight you. Just dodge it, forehead. An oblong fossil. Round fossil. This area. This just looks like a full hand. Or I guess a wing? Given the face over there. Good there. Somebody need these curl pop whiskers. I think it was the Arcanist. There's our bots. Fighting over these curl pups. How many of them there are under here? Let's see if we can find out. Get this first. Yep. Dun, dun, dun. We finally got a weather report. We finally got some snow, which is a little nice. But unfortunately, also, my windshield got broke. Don't know how or when. This is the second time in 2 years. It got broke while just parked. least one more curl pup for the hunting log. Looking around, there we are. I think they beat me to it. Oh, it still counted. Anybody else? You need forced Yarzons and curl pups. Right, done with the Yarzons. Now time to attempt to fight these bots for these curl pups while they are underground and archers, and I am a lowly monk here. Curl pup. Curl pup. How mad they're getting at me. Wonder if it even counts. There's got to be, look, both of them binding. Yeah, there's at least two down here. And my understanding of how the bots work is they are just doing the MSQ. So it must mean that there's got to be tons. Way to cycle. Dry cam. Oh, I need two more of these? God. Hop up. Great shot, raging strikes. Great shot, raging strikes. Alright, done with the curl pups there. You need the curl pups. Look at how many? There has to be a dozen. Doesn't seem like there's a way to... Hey, there we saw one. There's another. 1, 2, 3, 4. Look at how many. Look at how many there are. Holy shit. Anybody else have curl cups? No. 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 So I'm not sure. Those are getting... We're done with the curl pups. I have to fight the bots for them. What I was gonna say, it's like, you know, you leave something in the pantry. Or you like pull up a rotten piece of wood to find just like bugs and cockroaches and shit. The stone shells there. Stone shells there. I think you need the Yarzons. You need the stone shells. Done with the stone shells there. I think a lancer needs stone shells. Yep. There's so much more overlap to this. I remember. Well, I say I remember. So, I've done a lot of the hunting logs on my main. But they were... I wasn't ever leveling up all the classes at once. You know, I'd pick a class, then do some hunting logs, but mostly, I think eventually I just stuck with doing duty roulettes for leveling those off jobs. But even if I did do a hunting log, it was like, okay, I'm going to do Marauders hunting log. And I'll go and finish off all Marauder, and I teleport all the way around the world to try and do all that stuff. And then I wouldn't think about hunting logs for however long until I decided to level another class, level another job. Good there. Good with the Arcanist, Marauder, Conjurer, Lancer, Archer, Thaumaturge needs the Yarzons. It's the only thing that we still need. Finish off this nonsense. Stop paralyzing me. You're synced. Does this mean that you're gonna heal back up? You are healing. Ah, and that's bringing you down. Okay, yeah, I'm not gonna worry about it. Found something, have you? Come on, we'll just have a look. An ossified bone of some long dead beast or man. The grooved pattern on this roundish fossil suggests it may be a shell of some sort. Yes, these are fine specimens. These long, narrow bones likely belong to some sort of giant sea creature devoured by Thalaeos. From the looks of it, I'd say it was about the size of an adult gobu, all be told. This round fossil, well, I've developed a theory that it is the shell of a parasitic organism. I found countless others like it concentrated near the remains. These are good finds, my friends. Both are testaments to the sheer enormity of Thalaeos. Forgive me, we scholars tend to assume all know as much of our subject matter as we. Do you know the tale of Thalaeos? It is said Limlane summoned the massive serpent upon the primordial dry, and from its belly it spewed forth the waters which became the seas. We have no proof the remains that lie here are the Thalaeos. Whatever beast this was first came to be called that by virtue of its size alone. But I, for one, now dare to believe it just may be that these bones are those of the divine serpent that brought life into this world. So, in Thalia, the final Myths of the Realm Alliance raid, that's the word I'm looking for, there is a fight against Limlane, and you fight. During the fight, she summons two serpents, Pericos, and I think the other is Thalaeos. Tetheroon make fire water for Buscaroon. You bring thingies Tetheroon need? It takes almost a full year for a curl to grow its first whisker. It took less than a minute to remove it. About all thingies. Tetheroon make firewater now. Make good firewater for good Buscaroon. Tetheroon start making firewater now. Good firewater take time. More time, more good. You come back later. Alright, that finishes off Thaumaturge. Tetheroon appears to finish his gift for Buscaroon. Tetheroon make firewater. Good firewater. You take to Buscaroon. Good firewater for good Buscaroon. Tell Buscaroon no drink now. Tell put away 1 year. 1 year make best flavor. Tetheroon hopes Buscaroon happy. Tetheroon gives Buscaroon thankies. Many thankies. You tell Buscaroon. Tetheroon make big shop someday. Biggest shop in Eorzea. Make many sparklies. All thanks to good Buscaroon. Not get out of here too quickly. Oh right, they made this water swimmable. Because you can dive in it. More. Alrighty. Good on there. Let's switch back to the Lancer. Figured out all that. So we're going to head back to Buscaroon's Druthers by way of Quarry Mill. No, we're going to be back in this area in a hurry to clear out Quarry Mill's quests. That is a minion quest. Ah, you've returned. Thank you for seeing Titteroon's belongings to him. What's this, for me? A foul brew that is made by tossing various items found in the wild, both live and dead, into a barrel and letting the concoction ferment for a sin night through the warm sun. Kikiran Firewater. So he remembers my fondness for the drink, does he? Why, that old... bloody hells, who's cutting onions back here? He says to shelve it for a year, does he? That sounds about right. I hate to have to wait, but I reckon it'll be worth it. This stuff has an aroma and body unlike any other drink I know. It's going to be a long year. What say you come back then, friend? We'll see if we can't make it through this bottle together. Alright, 28 on the Lancer, so we can switch over to Archer. If Buscaroon had his druthers, he'd have an adventurer with him whom to share talk of sylphs. There's word while you were away, sylphs are seen in the wood, but near no lands of their own. No, this was a place near here, a place we've never known a sylph to come. Something must have given them cause to venture this far. More than like the missing sylph elders among them. Here, I've marked the tract where they were sighted on your map. Go see if there's anything to be seen. Come on. I have to fight these anyways. Why is this third cohort Decurion? That's why. I guess that makes sense now. Every time you see one of those, it's because there is a bot underground who just finished investigating that spot. Chasing after its quarry. It's a little weird because it clearly hits back. So I don't know what you really gain from going underground other than the fact that it's hard to target you as a bot. The reason you want to be hard to target is you don't want somebody to be able to report you. Name is just a jumble of letters. It's hard to be like, oh yes, please, can you do something about Jonathan Smith? No, it's can you do something about Liesel Bob. But if you're able to target them, then you would be able to just right click on their name. There are ways to get around that. You simply find something that's targeting it, like one of those mobs. Bum 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 bum. Bum 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 bum. So, was there ought to be found in the wood? What did you come to? Garleans? In this part of the Dwell's Wood? First Sylphs and now Garleans. And all in the same place. It cannot be a mere coincidence. Might the Garleans be following the Sylphs? Tracking them or giving chase, perhaps? No, not this far into the forest. The Whalers' spires are everywhere. Imperials could never have stolen past them all. How in the bloody hells could they? Unless someone guided them through. Someone who knew where the spires stand and when the Whalers watch. A Gridanian traitor. Ooh, you dirty rat. Killed my brother. You dirty rat. Nouveau riche. That means, pushing at my glasses, that means new money. Square Enix has more work for a willing adventurer. I'm glad you've come, friend. There's something I wanted to talk to you about. You know, I said I thought we might have a traitor in our midst, someone as was aiding the Garleans. Well, I'm thinking I might have identified our suspect. There's a regular of mine who used to dine on thin soup, sip his pint on account of not being able to afford another, but of late he's taken to ordering my best wines and the finest cuts of meat I can lay hands on. Were he a merchant, I'd probably think nothing of it, but this lad's a wood whaler. Wood whalers don't earn that kind of coin. By chance, I was musing on where the money was coming from when you first told me about the Garleans in the forest. I couldn't help putting two and two together. Suffice it to say, if a whaler's working for the Empire, none of us is safe. The lad I'm talking about goes by the name of Laurentius. Last I heard, he was in the South Shroud. Find him in, and if he is up to no good, put an end to it. And to him if it comes to that. Just doing some extrajudicial murder. Got a new quest here. Your word on Garleans in the woods got old Buscarun beside himself with worry. So I came up with a bit of an idea. I did. Might be heard. There's a place near to here where poachers and all other manner of scum gather. Ugh. They're no friends of Gridania, to be sure, but they've even less love for Garlemald. So I got to thinking when I asked them to keep an eye on any Garleans in the wood. Enemy to my enemy and all that. No, 28's my lowest. Oh, I love being a trader. Can you not see I'm on patrol? And be gone if you have business with the whalers. Take it to the barracks. I love the smell of fresh coin, especially when I get it from betraying my country. Buscarin is worried by Garleans in the wood, is he? The situation must be dire. Very well, I'll see if any Imperials are watched with a close eye. By the by, are you the Rogadin making a name for himself of late? Are you not? Good to finally put a face to the name. Bum, bum, bum. Try this side. Red belly. Garleans in the wood. Buscarin would not lie of such things, nor, I think, would you. Worry not, the Wasp are on the watch. Tell me, are you the archer rumors speak of? I suspected as much. Many Wasps are looking forward to the day they cross paths with you, myself included. Until then, friend. Fella, I'm right here. Wanna go? Didn't think so. Pussy. Meanwhile, Ida and Papalimo have just been sitting out here for quite a bit. Oh, I'm sylphs. I haven't heard jack shit. So how's the hospitality of our enemies? Left a sour taste in your mouth, did it? Pity that. They've no respect for land or law, but they're not without their uses. Now, they know who ye are, and that ye ain't scared of them. Names get known late, for better or worse. A lot of folk taking an interest in ye. Thought it best if ye went looking for them before they came looking for you. But, I can pick that one up. Bum, bum, bum. God, I love to be evil. Not long now. Patrol routes and rations would fetch such a price. No more than I deserve, though. It's little wonder the Empire has risen to such heights. If only the whalers paid men their worth. You? What is you? How long have you? Help! 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 Please come quick. My friends, it is I, Laurentius. I am under attack. That bot. How did you... Just... I know nothing. I was on patrol. He just appeared. I thought you were working for the Guardians. Nobody buy that, brother. Bard. West fella. How long do you mean to keep this up? What is it you imagine I've done? Enough, enough, I say. It's over then. I sold maps and rations to the Empire. It was I meant no harm, I only wanted the coin. The whalers are good, strong. I was proud to join their ranks. Am proud, but they do not provide. They preach justice, honor, and duty, but in the end, it is those with money who do as they will, who live as they will. So I saw an opportunity to change my fortunes, and I took it. All I've done for money. Endangered myself, my home, everything, everyone I love. Actions have put your life in danger too. I love being evil. Though you do not realize how much. Bloody idiot. You imagine that you had cornered me. It is not I who is cornered. Gullians, I brought the Rogadan bastard. Permit me a question, if you will. All adventurers so deluded as they believe they can challenge the power of Garlemald. You would need a veritable mountain of gil to fund such an endeavor, such as the cost of fighting great power, or of making it, or of remaking it as we will Gridania. So that's the way of it. Swapped your hard bunk at the barracks for a feather bed in Garlemald, did ye? You there, Rogadan. You stand here at old Busk Wish, no? Then you don't stand alone. Boom, 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 baby. Your eyes betray your words, coward. You know the full well of the whalers fear the wasp's sting. Legless Laurentius. These trees drink your blood. I will see it there, cut down something. Show them what happens to those who oppose the Empire. To fight Busker once, then the Curl Calls will fight. Or claws. How, you scum have no allegiances. So this is to be my end. How? How has it come to this? Impossible. How did you best the Empire's finest, with bandits and poachers at your side? Sworn enemies. Why do they fight with you and not against you? But I know the answer only too well. Buscaron. This is his doing. His words were wont to inspire men to act, better men than I. Gods, what have I become? What have I done? Just enjoyed being evil. I'm sorry. No more will I pursue this folly. No more lies, no more bribes. I will go to the Order of the Twin Adder and confess my crimes. There's something I would like you to tell Buscaron. Tell him Laurentius the Fool says thank you. I feel as though a veil has been lifted from before my eyes. I might call it a little early today. Feeling a little... Neck's been feeling a little rough. Sleepy. So, we turn this in. See if this is an inn. Turn this in at an inn. Laurentius confessed to his crimes. I just had word from the Adder. Seems he marched straight into the nest and gave himself up. The lad's had quite a life, you know. His mother was killed by a brigand when he was only small. As a young man, he joined the Whalers, hoping to spare his fellow Gridanians the misery he'd known growing up. Trouble is, protecting Gridania is too big a job for one man, and he came to believe that he couldn't make a difference. That it was hopeless. There are few things more dangerous than desperation, and a man lost in the dark is easily drawn to the glimmer of coin. I reckon he thought that if he couldn't change the lot of his fellow men, he might as well change his own. Thing is, he was making a difference, just not on his own. Somehow he failed to grasp one simple truth. That those things we cannot do alone, we must do together. He asked you to thank me, did he? Well, there's good in him yet. I just hope the Adder's Nest are able to see it. He's done ain't easy to forgive, but I'd like to think he'd be afforded a chance to make amends. But let us leave fates to the 12. I have other news for you, M. The Self-Elder has been found. This is Totorak, yeah. Buscaron has reliable information regarding the whereabouts of the Self-Elder. Pick this up and get Totorak on my dungeon card. Oh, finally. Thank you so much, Ida and Papa Limo. It's taken us a fair old while, but we finally got our hands on some reliable information concerning the whereabouts of your missing green friend. His name is Frixio, and he is the eldest among the sylphs of Little Solace. Long has he represented his kind in dialogue with Gridanians. Yes, he's like a bridge between us and them, a small, leafy green bridge that we can't find at the moment. Any bridges are no use if you don't know where they are. That's why it's so important we find him. There's an abandoned dungeon called the 1,000 Maws of Totorak here in South Shroud. It was by the entrance to the place that Frixio was seen, and not long ago neither. If you hurry, I reckon you'll find him. Walking ones, please help this one. This one needs help. Needs help to help Elder One. Poor Frixio. Poor Frixio. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Hold your chocobos. Take a deep breath and tell us what's wrong. Nice and slow. Elder went into Totorak, but has not returned. This one is worried, ever so worried. And you're right to be. The place fair crawls with nasties, waiting to make a meal of anyone daft enough to wander in. What the seven hells was he thinking, entering that bloody death trap? Elder One had no choice. Imperial ones were chasing Elder One. Please, walking ones must help Elder One. Help Elder One now. Ugh, the fates conspire against us. Forgive my pragmatism, but Frixio is our best hope of reaching an accord with the sylphs. Were we to lose him, all our efforts thus far will have been for naught. I will tend to her wounds, Ida. Make haste to the Adder's Nest and request assistance. Understood. M, go to the 1,000 Maws of Totorak and see that Frixio comes to no harm. Peace between man and sylph rests upon your success. By the order of the Elder Seedseer, the dungeon known as the Thousand Maws of Totorak has been placed under the control of... What? The Sylph Elder is inside? Are you sure of this? How in the seven hells did he manage to sneak by? God strike me down for a pure-blind fool. You must find the Sylph Elder before he falls prey to the fiends within. Entrance to Totorak is ordinarily restricted, but these are exceptional circumstances. Pray assemble a rescue party and enter as soon as you are ready. Cool. We are going to take that as our opportunity. Head on Hawthorne's Hut since it's free. Call it there. Thank you anyone and everyone who might have stopped on by, might have lurked, who might watch the VOD later. Good seeing people enjoy the content. Even though we are ending a little early today. If you liked this stream, if you liked this VOD, if you like what I'm doing, please give me a like, hit a subscribe, do whatever you can to show your appreciation for the stream, or don't. It's up to you. It would really help me out. And I will see you next time I see you.